Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Brooks outside. Shot clock at 6. The 3. No good. Here's Calathis. From downtown, Balmaro grabs the board. Three-pointer. Here's Mirotic. And there's a pick. Three-pointer. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there. Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Lets the 3 fly. Here's Balmaro, defended by Brown. Here's Mirotic. Off target from outside.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Korkmaz. Offensive board. James outside. Brown, a screen on Brooks. Here's James. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Balmaro. Pass to Mirotic. Driving to the basket. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Now, here is James. Brown can't hit. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Mirotic from behind the arc. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
James passes to Korkmaz. There's the triple. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
1:51 left to play in the first. Pass to Mirotic. Shot from the wing. And he missed again. Now 1 of 5.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
And here's Brown for 3. Then a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Certainly not the best look, but I admire the confidence to let it fly.
Pass to Mirotic. Jacks up a 3. Gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
A 3 off the inbound. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Well, with the height advantage that he has, he knew he could put it up over the top of the defender.
Here's Balmaro. Yet to see a basket. They set the pick. 41 seconds left in the opening quarter. Clock at 6. Pass to Mirotic. Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. The game now all tied up. James has got 5 now.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Here's Balmaro. He takes it in. This one for 3. No good on the buzzer beater. So it's a tie game as we end the first. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
Back to Diallo. Here's the 3, and there's the rejection. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
First personal.
To the wing on the left. Here's Akobo. They grab their own miss. Back to Diallo. The 3 is up. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
They set the screen. On the take. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Pass to Cornelie. There's the 3. Drills it from deep. Cornelie's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s.
From outside the arc. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Now here's Diallo. He's covered closely. From the right block. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. Diallo's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. No good on the triple. Here's Cornelie. Takes the 3. Here's Montayunas. Oh, 3 chances on that possession, but they just can't find a way to score. Out left to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the pick. Fires from deep. Hits the trifecta. He has 6.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Puts up a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
From deep. Up again. And no good. 1:44 left in the half. Here's Akobo. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Sends it home from three-point land.
Two fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
Team foul.
A minute 22 left in the first half. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You take a look at the home team. They slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
When I look at this visiting team, they got written off by a lot of people early on, but they've shown everyone up by delivering a strong season so far.
No good with the triple.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet. Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
There's 45 seconds left in the second quarter. From behind the arc. Counted from distance. He's got 9.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. Both good from the line that time.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. To the right side. Shot clock at 5. The rebound by Corneli. Pass to Akobo. Here's the 3. Drains the triple.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
And stolen by Diallo. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. They lead by 3. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Guys, how about our winner from the Western Conference?
He's been doing big things down in the paint, using his size and power to just...
I like how they've been hitting the boards, man. Playing real hard. That's a great sign for the second half.
Yeah, but the score is close. And if they want to pull away...
And that is going to do it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Now James. Pass to Korkmaz. It's James on the wing. 6 to shoot. Offline with a 3. James has gone 2 of 5 from the field here. Here's Balmaro. Check by James. Fires from deep. And the basket by Balmaro. Balmaro's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. James outside. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot. James has gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Here's Korkmaz. He's scoreless.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Away team foul. The Lakers. First personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Right wing. Pass to Mirotic. The 3 ball. Doesn't go that time.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pulls it from 20. The shot that time not on target.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
And here's Brown for three. Brooks with the rebound.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Pass to Mirotic. Fires the three. Knocks it down from distance. 9 points in the game.
12 consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Now, here is James. Tightly guarded. And here's Brown for three. Gets the three ball to go. Brown's got 5 now.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
They set a pick. Here's Mirotic. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Pass to Balmaro. Here's Mirotic. Just 5 on the clock. To the inside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
1:50 left in the third quarter of the game. James outside. And here's Brown for three. And it's Mirotic with the rebound. Brown's gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. Here's Mirotic, defended by Brown. Brooks outside. Second chance shot. Missed inside.
Look, that's a coach's nightmare. Your player has an easy chance to score and blows it by trying to do too much.
Korkmaz, no good. Pass to Mirotic. Brooks, the pass to Balmaro. Let's go with a three. Called in by Brown. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
First team foul.
There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Mirotic. He's got 11. Nails it from 3. 14 points for him.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Can they get it? James, that's good. James has got 4 points in the quarter. James has gone 4 of 8 from the field. Here's Balmaro. With 4 on the clock. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my...
The third quarter comes to a close. They lead by 5. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Covered by Diallo. The three. Drops in the 3.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Here's a Kobo. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
The first free throw is good. Good on both. Shot clock at 6. And there's the screen. Driving inside. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
Foul. First personal foul.
And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. This one for 3. Sinks the tray. There's a screen. Covered by Diallo. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Pass to Corneli. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Substitution on the court.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. For 3, James. And it's Mirotic with the rebound.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Defended by Brown. Fires in the triple.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Here's Akobo. The 3 is up. It's not going to go for him. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Pass to Mirotic. Clock at 6. From downtown, gets the 3 to fall.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And the NBA has regular season games outside the U.S., all over the world. How important is that, Grant?
It's so important, BA. I mean, basketball has become a global sport. And just look at the recent MVPs. They're mostly international players. So playing games in those countries has helped the game grow all over the world.
And he makes it.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
It's James on the wing. Fader on the way. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Check by James. There's a screen. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Akobo. Diallo outside. A deep 3. That shot missing. Diallo's gone just 1 for 4 from deep. The 3 is up. That's off. 5 for 8 from the floor. James outside. Pass to Akobo. 3-pointer. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
The shot's good. 43 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. They set the pick, pulls it from the corner. That one doesn't drop.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
And nails the tray.
And any decent look from distance, he's taking it. He has that locked-in mentality right now.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
And James launches it from deep, off the mark. And so they get the victory here at home. This one was in the balance right in.
Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Medu is out there with Parker. Then there's Hernan Gomez, and it's Zadaransky in at the point. Parker's shot is off. Shields. A three-pointer off the mark. Hernan Gomez passes to Satoransky. Lets it go with the three. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. They set the pick to the middle. And Parker with the block. Brooks covering. Satoransky. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Corner shot. Keeps it alive. Parker, right side. Lays it up and banks it in.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
A three for Mirotic. Drills the three-pointer.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Brooks against Satoransky. Over Brooks. The shot by Satoransky, no good.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
Now, here is Mirotic from downtown. Hits the three-point bomb. Mirotic has got 6 points.
Good way to start this game. If you want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Here is Brooks. Mirotic, a screen on Satoransky. Pass to Balmora. Back to Brooks. 6 to shoot. There's the drive.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Here's Medu. There's the triple. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Now here's Brooks. Right side, Mirotic. To the right side. Mirotic, a screen on Parker. For the three. Good on the triple.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backdoor.
Mirotic, a screen on Parker. Shields, covered by Parker. Brooks against Satoransky, and that one is good.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
Parker, right side. Pass to Satoransky. Goes up on the wing. That one drops for him. Satoransky's got his second bucket of the night. Shields, covered by Parker. One second left, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Leading by a point. Let's take a quick break. close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
They've got Fall, and it's Lapro Vitola in at the 1. From the arc, buries the long-range jumper. Lapro Vitola's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Three-pointer. Rebound by Vesely. Anderson outside. And Anderson slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Here's Abrinas, and it's good off the back rim and in. Abrinas has got his first 2 points. Here's McCormick. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Anderson outside. Oh, good on the triple. It's up a 3. Rebound by Vesely. Vitola passes to Anderson. Sinks the triple. Anderson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
They set the pick. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Vesely passes to Lapro Vitola. 5 on the clock. Here's Anderson. Offensive rebound. Pass to Abrinas. Down low. And he bangs it home with one hand.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Here's Cozier. He's covered by Anderson from outside the arc. Rebound by Vesely. Vesely's got his 5th rebound in this one. Inside, Full. Oh! And down it goes, jamming that one home.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Out to the wing. There's a minute 34 left in the first half. Pass to Vesely. To the left side wing. Here's Abrinas. He has 5. Another shot. Here's Lapro Vitola. Here's Abrinas. And the 3 off target.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
From past the arc. Here's Fall. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
Good on the 3-point shot.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Anderson outside. 26 seconds left in the second quarter. There's the pick. From deep. McCormick with the rebound. Anderson's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Nice fake with the layup off the mark. And the first half is now in the books. Up 8. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment.
Welcome, one and all. Before we look, I know this is going off topic, but during the first half, we were doing some dribbling drills. So, Kenny, as the point guard here, I want you to rank our handles.
Okay, obviously first is me.
And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the visiting team.
They've been...
That is more than enough of...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Brooks against Satoransky. This one for 3. Mirajic grabs the miss. Mirajic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. We've got Satoransky. Parker out there with Medu. Then there's Hernangomez. Here's Balmora. He has yet to score. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Mirajic. And Mirajic throws it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets. This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Gomez out there with Medu. Then there's Parker. And it's Satoransky in at the 1 spot. It's Brooks on the wing. Satoransky covering. Mirajic has a wide open look. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Here's Medu, and he slams it one-handed.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
We've got Parker. Medu is out there with Hernangomez. And it's Satoransky in at the point.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
The tray. They get it back, and it's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession. There's a screen. Tries again. Nice jump shot. Good. He's got 8.
And how about the perseverance offensively? I mean, following up the missed shot, and that results in 2nd and 3rd opportunities.
And it's Brooks in the corner. Mirajic the screen. Pass to Brooks. Clock at 6. Parker with the steal. 4-on-3 break. Here's Medu. Buries it from 3-point range. Medu's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half? And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
1:51 left in the third. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
All the officials are all over that one.
First one falls for him.
Cody taking 2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Shields covered by Parker. Shields. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Parker. And a miss there on the triple. Parker's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And it's Brooks in the corner. Launches it. Satoransky grabs the miss. Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing.
They set the screen. Down low. Medu passes to Satoransky. Hernan Gomez kicks to Satoransky. The 3 ball. And they recover it. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Satoransky. Goes up again. Hernan Gomez, no good. Shields. Satoransky covering. Outside for Mirotic. Shoots. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Mirotic has got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Just 3 on the clock. Doesn't go for him.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Just 5 on the clock. No good with the triple.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these 2 teams in that area.
They've got Fall, and it's Anderson in at the 3. Out to the wing. There's the pick. So the wing on the left puts one up from 19. It's hauled in by Laprovitola. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Pass to Vesely. Now here's Anderson. And Anderson slams it in.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 5th rebound in this one. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. They get it back, and he jams it with authority.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Here's Aprinas. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. There's a good screen. Scooped up. Pass to McCormick. And here is Vesely. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
You can't look at the result
of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Taken away. Here's Abrinas. Takes the three. McCormick with the rebound. McCormick's got 4 rebounds now tonight. From outside, off the mark. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
And here's Anderson for 3. And so out of bounds it goes. And they'll keep possession.
Ball goes to the away team. Substitution for your home team.
Here's Laprovitola.
Shields.
Out left to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Anderson from the arc. Hits it from 3-point range. Anderson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Snatched up. Pass to Laprovitola. From deep 3-point land. No good that time.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Puts up a deep 3. Abrinas' shot is off. Shields, defended by Anderson. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth. Mirotic, a screen on Anderson. Shields, off target with his 3.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
They set the pick. There's the 3. Anderson can't get it to go. Shields. It's good from long range. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Puts up a deep 3. From deep 3-point territory. The visiting club takes the win on the road. South.
Welcome to Tuesday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. We got a good one in store for you. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. And we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Sadaransky in at the one. Here's Korkmaz. Here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Now here's Parker. And Parker throws it down.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. And there's James from the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Parker. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Brown. And he lays it up and in. Brown's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Whew. Right now, they are humming along. 3 of 4 to start this game.
That won't fall. Can't drop his first one.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Out to James. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Korkmaz. And finally, they hit one.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
There's a screen by Metu to stop the run. Shot's good by Sadaransky.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Korkmaz, money on the 19-footer. Korkmaz has got 5.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Here's Metu. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
These are his first free throws of the game.
2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And there's James from the arc. Sinks it from distance. 6 points for him.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen. Credit to him for trying to get that 3 right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Puts up a 3. Sadaransky outside.
2 minutes remaining. First 2 minutes.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Launches a 3. Shot's good by Sadaransky.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Outside, Brown takes the 3. Pure from 3-point range.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Sadaransky with it. James is there. Shot's good by Sadaransky.
You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
Outside, Brown. No good from outside.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Check by James. Pass to Hernan Gomez. launches it. Korkmaz pulls it in. And here's the fast break. And here's Brown for three. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Brown's got 10 points.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Check by James. They get it back. Hernan Gomez, the pass to Satoransky. Back to Hernan Gomez. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
2 on the clock. He shoots. Deflected. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Brown passes to Korkmaz. Lets it fly. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
Pass to Fall. Second chance effort. Here's Vesely. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. They're up by 11. Quarter number 2. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
There's a screen. Diallo on the wing. Pass to Akobo. Fires for 3. Anderson pulls it down.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Akobo. Connects from downtown.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
Pass to Fall. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Count it.
Yes, Fall.
Here's Akobo. Diallo on the wing. They set the pick. Here's Akobo. There's the 3. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. It took him a while to get going.
Anderson against Diallo. Takes a 3. Here's Vesely. Uses the glass on the layup.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Buries it from 3. He's got 9.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Diallo outside. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Fall. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Pass to Corley. Here's Motiejunas. Misses the 3. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. They set a pick. And the deficit down inside single digits.
3 points.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the first half. It's stolen. Here's Vesely. He goes up. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Here's a Kobo. And that time also a missed shot. Anderson against Diallo. It's deflected. 51 seconds left in the first half of this one. To the wing, right side. Fires the three. He drops it from range. Diallo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Three-pointer. No good. 3 for 6 shooting in this game. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. He's got his first free throws of the night right here. And the first one at the line is good. Both shots good from the stripe. The visitors with the ball. 11-point game. Check by James. Pass to Hernan Gomez.
Can he
count it?
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
Now that's how you end the quarter.
That is a huge 3 for them mentally. You don't want to go into halftime staring at a double-digit deficit.
And we finished off one half of play. Leading by 8. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
7 p.m. Eastern time for tip-off.
These teams are well matched. It's going to be anyone's game.
Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the home team.
They're up.
And that's it for halftime.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Check by James. And he makes it on the layup. He's got 5.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
We've got Chimezie Metu. He's out there with Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Parker in at small forward. Here's Korkmaz. Three-pointer, no good. Here's Parker. 2 points. That one goes. Parker's got his second basket on the night.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Brown tries again, and it's good on the layup. Brown's got 12.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Beyond the arc. Satoransky shot is off. Pass to Korkmaz. There's the triple. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Hernan Gomez has got 5 rebounds in the game.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
Into the lane. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. The first one falls.
For the away team, Cody, 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
here is James. Not a lot of room. And it's James with the jam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Here's Parker. Three-pointer off the mark. Parker's gone 2 of 5 tonight. Korkmaz passes to James. Parker defending. Can't hit from the corner.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Off the mark there with a three.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
And there's James from the arc. On target from range. James has got 11 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left in the third quarter. Here's James. And it's James with the jam.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Satoransky's shot is off. The three. Drains the triple.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Check by James. 1:14 left to play in the third quarter here. Good on the shot. Trying to get something going here in the half court.
Yeah, that's where they've been struggling to execute.
Here's Korkmaz. Nails it from beyond the arc. 10 points for him.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
4-3. Satoransky's shot is off. They absolutely want to add to what's already a big lead.
No question, B.A. No reason to let up. Just keep playing your game.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Metu. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Brown going inside, and the jam by Brown.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
They get the rebound. Hernan Gomez.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give them a spark. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. They're up by 10. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Anderson against Diallo. Lets it go from deep. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Crashes the glass with authority, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. This guy's just going out and making a play. Akubo gets the bucket.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
To the paint. Here's Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Pass to Corneli. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Matajunas. Here's a Kobo from outside, off the mark. And he drives in. That cuts the lead to single digits.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Anderson against Diallo. Pass to Corneli. Back to Diallo. Jacks up a three. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Here's a Kobo. Diallo left side. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he?
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
James outside. Goes up on the wing. That one doesn't go. He's now 5 for 9 in this one. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in, and he converts the layup.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Out to the wing, pass to Diallo. From the arc. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 6 rebounds in the game. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And there's a pick. And perfection right through the net. James with the ball. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is good off the glass.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game, because this one looks a bit out of reach.
For 3. Can't get it to drop. Trail by just 4.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Back to Diallo. Pass to James. 6 to shoot. Can't connect from short range.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Down low. James with a steal. From deep. Not going to go that time. From deep three-point range. The shot misses. Now here's Brown. Ooh, they pick off the pass. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but
Hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday Night Action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Brooks with him. Picked up by Brown. 5 to shoot. A 3 for Mirotic. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now here's James. Not a lot of room. Pass to Calathis. Here's Korkmaz. Here's Papagiannis. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here is Mirotic. Pass to Balmaro. There's the screen over James. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Great activity level on the boards. Impressive. Wow.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Connects from three-point range.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Shields. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. He has 5.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
James kicks to Brown. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. No good on the three. Here's Balmore. He's covered by Brown. Mirotic sets the screen for Brooks. Pulls it up. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
From Armani Brooks.
Here's James. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Unable to get that one. Now here's Brooks. He's guarded closely. Mirotic sets the screen for Brooks. Pushing it up. Here's Korkmaz. Pass to Papagiannis. And here's James outside. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Here's Balmore. James defending. Brooks outside. And it's off from three-point range. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. Coach said he knows the obstacles of playing against Paul George. He told me, you know he's going to have his fingerprints all over this game on offense and defense. Our goal will be to minimize how often we let him disrupt our game plan. To see how long they can keep George out of the picture. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Now here's James. They could use a bucket. Traps in the tray. James has got his second basket of the night.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
And that one's good. Brooks.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
James outside. And the dunk by James.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Miricic's shot is off. Mirotic has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's Brown. Gets a very good look and converts.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Balmaro, the pass to Mirotic. Pass to Balmaro. Shields, and it's good. And again, they need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. They lead by 3, and we'll be back with you right after this. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
No good from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Diallo. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Quizair passes to McCormick. Here's the screen from deep three-point land. Corniche with the rebound.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Pass to Calathis. 6 to shoot. With the drive. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's the screen. A three-pointer is right on target.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Over to the wing. Here's Akobo. Busts the 3 after using the pump fake. Akobo's got 5 now.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
For 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Mr. Diallo takes a 3. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Here's McCormick, covered by Modi Yunus. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And here's the fast break. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Diallo's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal. And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Akobo, the pass to Corniche. Out to the right wing. Here's Akobo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target from outside. It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
Here's the break. Jacks up a 3. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. For 3. Tips it up. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. McCormick's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
Akobo's got 1 3-pointer tonight in 4 tries. .110 left to play here in the half. Yunus grabs the miss. Here's Akobo. He has 5. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Akobo's got 8 points.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Stolen away. And they're pushing it up. Yunus' shot is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to McCormick. Drills it from outside. He has 6.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the 3-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
Now here's Diallo. He's covered closely. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Up 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
This looks like a complete toss-up to me. Talent level is similar. These games often come down to a few.
And swinging back to that first half of action, it has been a close contest for the home team.
You look at the...
And that's all for us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Korkmaz is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at the center, locking down the middle. On the wing, Brown fires the 3, sinks the three-pointer.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Picked off in midair. Pass to Papagiannis. There's the pick. Lets it go. Misses the jumper.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for your home team.
Pass to Papagiannis.
Number 32.
Brown against Mirotic. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Good. Nice job down low. And guys, they look to set it up in the half court.
Well, that's when you got to rely more on your defense and try to get out in the open floor. Oftentimes, you can develop your rhythm offensively when you get easy baskets.
Here's Korkmaz. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Beyond the arc. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Perhaps the case simply that some kind of motivational speeches at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Back to Brooks. There's a good screen. Just 4 to shoot. Shields. Can't get the tip in. Now here's James. Defense is right there. And he banks in the layup. James has got 10.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Fires from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Back to James. The screen from Brown. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. First trip to the line for him here. And he makes the first.
2 shots.
And Brown drops them both. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Shields uses the glass to finish the layup. 18 points for him. 1:51 left in the third quarter. The screen from Brown. James kicks to Korkmaz. This one for 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. James has got 5 points in the quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Lets it go from deep. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Here's Papagiannis. Good on the shot. Papagiannis has got 5 points so far.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
And stolen by James. Here's Korkmaz. Scoreless thus far. He takes it in.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Shields, James covering. Mirotic the pass to Balmoro. 3 on the clock. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in. Balmoro's got his first points of the game.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's James. 13 points in the game. Takes it inside. And the dunk by James.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
And at the close of the third quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Diallo, and it's Calathes in at the 1. They set the pick. Shoots. It's hauled in by Diallo. To Okobo. Lets the three fly. The shot, no good. Okobo's gone just 2 of 7 from long range. Here he goes.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Calathes kicks to Diallo. Calathes passes to Corniche. Here's Calathes. Now Diallo. And yes, it's good. They set the pick. Over to the left wing. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Driving the lane, Okobo. That's good.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense has taken a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Shot clock at 5 to take the lead. Adiunas grabs the miss. Here's Corniche. Pass to Calathes from outside the arc. That one doesn't go.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Quizer passes to McCormick. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
The drive by James. Here's Papagiannis. A three off the mark. Outside Mirotic. Here's Cozier. He's guarded by Diallo. Cozier passes to Mirotic. Out to the right wing. Mirotic, the screen. Right wing. Over Diallo. Mirotic's shot is off. Mirotic is gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Checking in for the away team. Number 16.
And stolen by Mirotic. 1:44 left to play here in the fourth. Shields. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. 25 points in the game.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
James in the post. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one. This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
And stolen by Diallo. .116 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Okobo. Shoots the three. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Mirotic the screen. Shields. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Mirotic against James. Brown with the screen on Mirotic. 6 on the shot clock. Brown kicks to Diallo. Bangs home the trifecta.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And here is James. Fires from way outside. And so the home crowd treated to a win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pass to Mirotic. The three is up. That one no good. Now here's Hernan Gomez. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
The young Spaniard, Hernan Gomez, a good finisher around the basket.
Mirotic can't get it to go. Now here's Satoransky. Brooks defending. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Satoransky shot is off. Fast break. Here we go. Drops in the three.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Out of bounds. There's the three. No luck on that one.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
This one for three. Parker, and that's good.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's Mirotic. Pass to Brooks. From the arc. He can't get it to go. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Well done on the glass. Gets himself in position where he can use his size.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Shoots. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Here's Mirotic. A shot to stop the run. Sinks the tray.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Satoransky outside. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And here's Satoransky. Got a hand on it. Parker defending. Now here's Brooks. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Here's Mirotic. Shot clock at 6. The three. Unable to get that one.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of a slump.
Satoransky outside. It's Metu, high post. Driving in, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
He launched that one from way outside. 6 points for him.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Ball is turned over. The ball goes to the away team.
.51 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Mirotic. 4-3. Can't hit that one. Here we go, all alone. Can't cash it in from close range.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Hits the trifecta.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Now here's Satoransky. He's guarded closely. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Satoransky outside. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. They're up by 3, and the second quarter is on its way when we return. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
Outside, Anderson. Takes a 3. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 in this game. And they're running. They get it back. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
There's the triple. Sinks it from distance.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Pass to McCormick. And they call an illegal screen here.
That's a bad turnover right there. But aside from that one, I think they've done a good job controlling the pace and the ball during the game.
So it's the home team now, trailing by 2. Here he goes. Kicks it out to Anderson. Fires for 3. Can't get it to go, making him 0 for 2. three off target. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. To the middle. And he goes in for the dunk.
Now catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery on time, on target.
Anderson covers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. And he can't get that one. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. There's a screen. Shoots. Solid as a rock from 20 feet out. And miss after miss right now.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Pure from three-point range. Anderson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Down low. Count it. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
And that one is hammered home.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
Now, for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Hits a three-pointer. 6 points for him.
It's one of the best three-point shooters. You've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Puts up a three. He buries it from 3.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here's Fall. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. There's the drive. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
How about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Anderson can't get it to go. And this is where they struggled.
Yeah, the half court has not been kind to them. Let's see what they run.
Knocks it down from distance.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
There's 47 seconds left in the second. 5 to shoot. To the inside. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
Just such a terrific dunker.
And born to fly, that's for sure. There's a screen. Takes the 3. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. From downtown, fires in the triple.
And they've really been more consistent from the field this quarter.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. From outside the arc. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. They're up by 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. The visitors with the ball. We've got Chimezie Metu. He's out there with Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Parker in at the three. Fires the three. He's off on that one.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
The defense just way out of position there. No one there to contest the layup.
Willie Hernan Gomez is out there with Chimezie Metu. And it's Parker in at the three. Now here's Hernan Gomez. Brooks defending. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Off target from three-point range. Brooks outside. Satoransky with the steal. Here's Parker. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Pass to Satoransky. Clock at 6. Here's the three. Here's Metu. Off target at the rim.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. He has 7.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
Satoransky right side. Over to the wing. There's a screen by Metu. Pass to Parker. From deep three-point land. And it's Mirotic with the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Uses the glass on the layup.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Well, we got a close game here in Cleveland. He shoots it. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Here's Brooks. Still without a bucket. To the right side. Parker defending.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the third quarter. 5 on the clock. Over to the left wing. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over on Tuesday, then on Sunday.
Checking out their schedule, they've got a tough run of games coming up, but quality opponents are a great chance for you to see how well your team can truly perform.
Parker the screen. To the left side wing. Satoransky. And the three-pointer goes. Satoransky's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Here's Balmaro. Lets it go from deep. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. Parker outside. The 3 ball. The shot comes out.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Fires from the wing, and he hits the jumper for 2. 11 points in the game.
Number 32.
Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
And a nice finish on the layup.
Getting the ball inside, usually a pretty good recipe.
Parker's gone 2 of 4 from the field. They set the screen from behind the arc, and that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
That one doesn't go. He's now 5 for 9 in this one. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. It's been a good one. Up by 7. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. Inside. Shot clock at 6. Intercepted.
Home team foul. Anderson. First personal foul. First team foul.
And there's the screen. Launches it. He can't hit that time.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Here's Anderson. Off with the layup. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And a miss there on the triple.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Knocks down the long J.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Puts up a deep 3. The putback. It's hauled in by Fall. To the paint. Outside, Anderson. McCormick with a rebound. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Sends it home from 3-point land.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Rob. He takes it in.
He got his timing down.
And you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
Here's Vesely. If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's the pick. Clock at 4. The 3 is kept alive. And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Clock at 5. Off target from three-point range.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy. Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And he gets the bucket.
And all the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Pass to Mirotic. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 7 rebounds in the game. Lets the 3 fly. Connects from downtown.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Mirotic. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
And they suck the air right out of this place by drilling the 3. Could be what saves the day for them.
On the take. Give him that one. Now shooting 5 for 11 from the floor.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Fires from deep. It doesn't go for him. I think a bucket here, Grant, would end this game.
Absolutely. That would put a bow on this one.
Three-pointer off the mark. And here they come. The 3 is up. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
Taking 3 shots.
The second one drops, and that trims the lead to 6. And he nails the third.
The team struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
2 points here could be the only cushion they need, Grant.
Hard to say. Crazier things have happened in this league.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Fall. From deep. That shot, no good. Beyond the arc. Oh, he buried the 3.
Credit the plays they're calling for him. Getting him right now some good shots. Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
Third team foul.
And so they get the victory here at home. What a performance they have.
It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Brown out there with Korkmaz. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at the center position. A three-pointer, no good. James covering. From outside, off the mark. Here's Korkmaz. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pass to Satoransky. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Satoransky. Screen by Parker. Takes the three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Papagiannis. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. And here's James outside. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Here's Medu. To the left wing. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. Hands it from downtown. He has 6.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
James, the pass to Korkmaz. Now Satoransky. To the paint. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
James kicks to Brown. Good, and the assist goes to James.
You know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to be in line.
Parker outside. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by Parker.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
There's 1:54 left here in the first quarter. Here's James. And James throws it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And here is Satoransky. Pass to Medu. James defending. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. He's got 10. 1:19 left to play in the first quarter. It's Korkmaz in the corner. From the arc. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback. Outside, James. And a miss there on the triple. James defending. And the layup's good off the glass.
He is getting it done on the offensive end. 5 buckets through 7 shots.
And he converts the layup. James has got 8 points. Now here's Satoransky. Still without a basket. The 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Cranes the three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Parker passes to Satoransky. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. They lead by 2. After this break, we'll be back. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Parker out there with Medu. Then there's Hernan Gomez. And it's Satoransky in at the 1.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
They've got Corniche, and it's a Kobo in at the 2 spot. Here's Laprovitola. Pass to Corniche. Out to the wing. Okobo looking over the floor. Here's Corniche. 6 to shoot. Offensive rebound.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls. So he gets them both. Here's Laprovitola. Over to the left wing. Anderson against Diallo. From deep three-point land. Corniche with the rebound. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Shot good by Diallo.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Here's Abrinas. Vesely kicks to Abrinas. Anderson wide open. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Here's Diallo. Sinks the three-pointer. Diallo's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Deep 2 from Anderson. Here's Vesely, and a slam dunk by Vesely.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Pass to Abrinas. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Here's a Kobo. Still scoreless. Here's the 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Abrinas with the bucket.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's a Kobo. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Here's Anderson, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Personal foul, second team foul.
On Monday, and then on Tuesday. This is his first chance at the line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Pass to Okobo. There's a screen by Modiunis. Okobo, that's good. Okobo's got 6 points in the quarter. Okobo's gone 2 of 4 from the field. Here's Laprovitola to the left side wing. Here's Abrinas, shoots it, can't nail the jumper.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Here's Corniche, fires away from way outside. Fall with the rebound. Diallo against Anderson. There's a screen to the inside. Here's Vesely, and Vesely slams it in.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Out left to the wing. Three-pointer. Fall with the rebound. Okobo's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field. Fast break, here we go. There's a screen by Modiunis. And it's Okobo missing.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
And Anderson slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And look at hanging in the air, double pump, and then throws it down.
And you see the D, they just stepped aside, let him pick what kind of move he wanted to make. Wow.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Here's Okobo. He has 6. Seconds left, and that one is off.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Up 2, and don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Taking a look at the visitors, a tall order for them in this one. Looking to steal a win from a very good team. On paper,
I only have 2 words for you. Elbow, famich. Establish yourself inside, good things will happen. That's right, Ernie, I said famich.
And that'll do it for half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've got Sederansky. Medu is out there with Parker. Then there's Hernan Gomez. And Sederansky wide open. He fires. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Sederansky's got his second bucket tonight. They got James. Korkmaz is out there with Brown. And it's Papagiannis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to Medu. James defending. From the low block. Rebounded by Papagiannis. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. A nice shot by Brown.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
James defending. Pass to Sederansky. Pocket 6. Puts up a 3. The offensive rebound. James with it. 8 points for him. Fades away. Sederansky grabs the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
It's hauled in by Brown.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Brown with a screen on Zadaransky. Back to James. Pass to Papagiannis. His three-pointers off the mark. Papagiannis is gone. 1 of 3 shooting so far. Out to the right wing. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. No good with the triple.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
And the dunk by Parker.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
James misses.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Hernan Gomez with a screen for Zadaransky. No good. That would have tied it. Here's Korkmaz. Drills the three-pointer. Korkmaz has got 6.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Here's Parker. And he drops it in from the low post.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. James kicks to Calathes. They set the pick. Korkmaz bangs home the trifecta. 9 points in the game so far.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
A nice shot by Medu.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Stolen and taken away by Brown. On the wing, James. 11 points in the game. Pass to Brown. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 4 assists now tonight.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Back to Zadaransky. There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Stolen by Zadaransky. $19 seconds left to play in the third. Rebounded by Papagiannis.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Here's Korkmaz, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
Ah, they're going for the throat. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Up 9, and we'll have the fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Anderson, and it's Fall in at the 5, roaming the paint. Shot good by Diallo.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
A 3 from Anderson. Corniche with the rebound. Corniche has got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the middle. To Okobo. Lets it go with the 3. Fall with the rebound.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Here's Aprinas. No good on the 3. Here's Okobo. Anianis passes to Okobo. Launches it. Rebound by Vesely. Vesely's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Aprinas. Offline with his three. Fast break, here they come. Akobo, the pass to Diallo. Over to the wing. Looking to end his cold spell, and it's Akobo missing.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Anderson can't get it to go.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result. Well, that's now his third triple of the game. First here in this second half.
Picked away. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Vesely. Pass to Fall. Eunice with the steal. Pushing it up. Akobo, the pass to Corniche. Now here's Diallo. He's tightly guarded. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Yeah, again, just a lackluster transition defense.
Here's Abrinas. And they get it. Corniche with the rebound. Abrinas has gotten 3 of his 8 shots to go, around 37%. Pass to Corniche. They set the screen. He had a nice open look right there. Akobo's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And it's off from three-point range.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Anderson outside. A 3-ball. Drills it from outside.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Eunice sends a screen for Diallo. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Eunice passes to Akobo for the 3. Rebound by Vesely. Anderson against Diallo. There's the triple. Buries it from three-point range.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, it'll take time. They need to keep stringing together positive possessions. And defensively, they need stops.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Abrinas' shot is off.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Here's Akobo. Drops in the tray.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Launches from deep. Fall with the rebound. Diallo against Anderson. The 3. Nailed from three-point land. The visitors with the ball. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Akobo. Pass to Diallo. Launches a 3. The shot, no good. Anderson against Diallo. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time